What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more EU5 as a Greenland. We are in 1514. Ooh, new ruler. 100 is a really good one. Do we get a... Wow. New ruler could be anybody, but they got some really good guys. 182.80. 186.80. We're going to do Sigurdur. Keep it in our region. We want to keep a new guy converting here. There we go. And we've let the exploration kind of been handled by our automation here in the background. We make enough money right now that I don't think it's a problem. Saving up for our trade offices, we have now encomienda. Bonus raw material. How nice. That is our thing. I don't think there's too much colonization. I mean, there's some down here in Africa, but not our concern. We will just keep doing what we're doing here. We do need more manpower. We now can build... I should build... We have the sergeant, right? Yeah, we're going to need to rebuild the things we have here and move them, like the Republican Assembly. Really, it's just the sergeantry, though. And if we release that, it won't be a problem. One more of these in Lund. I want to do... probably the hunting grounds here. Tax something, we get them everything we want. Burger Mansion complaints. 5 years, what's the taxes? Maximum's minus 20%. That's a lot of money we are saying goodbye to. But it guarantees us everything we could ever want in our life. So we'll just eat the cost. I don't think it'll matter too much considering how high we're going to hope to get our trade offices here. Both these are stalled. You're building an Odense. Waiting for trade-offs in order to hit its full cost. We can watch the cost of our... what's it called to go down? Our... not counting houses. Trade offices. These are now down to 5 ducats. When it finishes, it'll be 4, and we're just going to spam them in every region we possibly can. Starting with the stuff over here. The only tricky thing we're going to have is there's not going to be a lot of people that like us. Republican Heretic, fine. As we improve further. Guild Hall, other things, and it's going to be done this month. See how many of these we can spam out. Back down to 5 colonies, actually, so we can keep that one going. Other peace deals coming in. The good news is by exempting them from taxes, they're just going to invest more of their money. All right, Chesapeake is formed. We need to do another one. These are really small colonial areas. It's kind of crazy. Colonies. Let's just do the ones that border our capital here. What is the capital of Chesapeake? We'll do Chesapeake itself. We're going to need to make you a town. Once you have enough stuff. We'll make you your own market, though. You're in Nantucket. You don't have terrible reach, all things considered. Maybe we hold off a little bit. And our thing is now done. So let's go and come over here. We're going to just invest very heavily in our overseas trading posts. No, not overseas trading posts. We want to do trade offices. Build them all. And we're going to come through and pick the ones that are a little bit low here. They only cost 5 ducats, which is why this is very much worthwhile. We can just max all of these out right now. It'll queue them up, and we don't have to worry about damn near anything with trade in these regions. Oak Burgers Estates. Only thing is we need to get our control of the power up to really have much of a chance here with getting a lot of that trade. Like, we get a ton of it, don't get me wrong. 34 ducats is a lot, considering our building maintenance and other things. But it could be better. And we always want to improve. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep building this. Really need to just sort it and do it like this way. So we sort by just the number of buildings. This will tell me right here. It will always be on top if I sort by that way. Once these get built. Queue it up once and we never worry about it again. Keep it for Greenland. I would be curious to see how we would fare if I only did a colonial subject here. But for now, we'll just keep to our plan. All right. You don't need to see me here watch time and just slowly build these things. We're going to build up our trade. I'll bring you guys back with an update maybe in 5 years, see how much our income has grown or not grown, see how we feel about the current approach and what we want to do differently if things are going wrong. But I need to keep the colonies growing. Our offshoring stuff must grow. We're going to let exploration kind of run itself in the background. So with that, I'll bring you guys back. So we're here in 1523, and Poland has decided to go to war with us. For what? Show superiority is the goal. I don't think you have naval advantage here. And I don't think you can get much from me if you don't have naval advantage. 5 loans from you is a lot of money. That alone would pay for us to do a lot. Don't want anything that you have, per se. This is Polish down here. Is that why you're doing this? Because of that land? Okay, well, let's raise our levies. Let's raise our navy. Poland has a navy that is no ship strong. You have 9 ships, 3 heavies. We called in our ally who has way more heavies. We've called in Scotland. And maybe after this we get friends with England as well. So I feel confident in our abilities here, assuming they can't come and land here. We've been doing our colonization a little bit. We're working on it. It's getting up there. I was debating when to move our capital. I'm thinking we'll move our capital after this. I want to move it to Chesapeake, which is right here. And it's going to cost us a lot of money. So if we win this and get a lot of money from the Polish people, we can get some things done with us here. We're going to have forts that can provide cover here. This one in Eric's Ford in particular, and the one in Lubeck. Oh, they're dead. 0.04 war score doesn't matter. That guy gets his own stuff. We need to group up our troops here. So let's grab everybody we possibly can. And we're going to just group up the army in Odense here. We don't have a standing army, so we're going to need to watch out for regulars. And maybe beat them back using our stuff. So they probably are going to try to come and attack Schwerin. Lubeck fell. Okay, the fort's not in Lubeck themselves. We don't need religious influence. We won't accept it. Yes, what is this? First rebellion. That is a Lubeck rebellion, I think, actually. So in this war, it's just Holstein Pawn, which has the 1 fort. We will go and take that. Did not call Scotland in here, which is fine. Our armies need to all group up here. A lot of you are moving. There's some from the lands over here that are going to take forever to get across. But we'll assemble them. We just got to see where their navies are assembling here. Let's also make sure we have an attachment allowed so we can bring this Swedish guy down. He doesn't take attrition. Want to bring ourselves to the first area here. Speaking of, there's the Navy. 20 transports. They're mercenary transports. What? These guys aren't upgraded, sadly, the barks. I want to go and put you in Flensburg. Do we win this? Train is to their benefit, but they have transports. Think we kill him? All right, we lost 6 there. Turns out it was only 4. That's a big win. 2 war score from battles. We just got to show superiority here. want their money. Also means I probably want to invest in at least a Carrack here. What do we have researching? I think Carrack is our most upgraded ship possible. So let's get one. We're going to get one Carrack, maybe two. I don't want to build barks. So give me one Carrack. Let's go for the cheapest place. They're all the same. Fine then. We'll do it up here. Get me one. Oh, fuck it. Don't even build the damn Carrack. We don't need the damn boat. We don't need the Carrack. Save the money. That'd be better put to use doing other shit. Like picking up printing press, which we'll do now. We're going to invest in our stab until it comes back positive. Printing press, what do we have available here? Well, namely the fact that we have pop conversion, building cost, integration speed, trade capacity, and urban building cost. Those are all very nice. Then on the flip side over here, efficiency of cabinet, conversion, clonal migration bonus, mining, copper, whatever output, all very good. Finally, by the time we get institution growth, we're going to have unlocked the next institution. We're going to want paper, books, Republican power, printing press, cabinet law. All of these are just incredibly valuable for us. Weapons workshop and naval supply 2. I mean, I want honestly everything that's on this tree. Crown power, cost of court, cabinet seats, paved roads, power projection. It's all just super good. So we're going to just force that through as fast as we can. And we'll eat the cost here. Who's getting attrition? You are from the movement. Naval range will reach. Russia merchants, or let's get extra benefits because we have enough merchant trade. We were making a good amount through trade. We still are, but our existing costs are just quite high with us paying for stability. The reason we pay for stability is we want to make sure our taxes get up pretty fast here. And we do have some time. So we actually are getting pretty close to the spawning of some of these here. Printer shop. It's going to take a while for that to do. Lutheranism, Catholicism. I don't think we have that. Maybe we could do confessionalism in one of ours. Global trade has not yet appeared. The volume of trade is going to be a thing here. Less than 20% offense versus defense. We don't have a lot of defense. So you can't even reach me. Do I get defender advantage, or do I have to come and fight this? Here comes the first army. Oh no, they're gonna slowly land troops over there and get us killed here, aren't they? Alright, this one's pretty easy. We just want to get the white piece here. Not the white piece. We want to take their stuff, but not a priority. I'm feeling you're about to just get yourself suicided. Are these regulars? These are mercenaries. And there they go. Eating away at my war score from battles. Much rather you come and take this land over here. What tribute do they even want? They want some of our provinces? I could just offer you a sound toll. If need be, we do a sound toll exemption, but you do have a lot of trade, so it will hurt our economy. All right, we're going to cut down. Screw the damn stability investment. We got a little of it. We'll do it passively. This is what's going to get us killed, is the Swedish people just hinting. For lack of a better word, we'll rival Poland. We'll rival Norway. We get called to war against both of them pretty frequently now. You're basically repaired. Can we put you here to blockade? Goes the blockade progress. We need some cannons here. Keep the colony. We can't replace it with a new one. There you go, costing me how much war score? Attacker ticking. You're getting ticking war score? Oh, that's the other one. Who is this? And it's a heavy ship. Fuck. I watched that dude sail down here and just murk me. On me. And there goes my navy. Whatever. We're going to have to rebuild it anyway when we get the new boats. It'll just hurt our maritime presence, but everything we're doing is adjacent to us now. Are you getting ticking here? Just, let's just take the damn sound toll exemption. Get out of here. Thank you. Go ahead and just come over here. We don't need help. Where are you going? No, it's because you're getting called to. Okay, good to know they will absolutely just suicide themselves. There's no self-preservation in the AI for the boats. They choose death every time. Group them up, get rid of them. Get rid of you. And this one will be done and fine. Okay, so we get out of there with just a sound toll. We can just keep offering them that. We'll just get rid of it once it becomes a thing. And suddenly they're no longer a problem with the sound toll. Funny how that works. We're probably going to go for the blood tax of foreigners here, just for the extra stuff here. Conversions are still going strong. I want to make sure we don't get unrest happening. You're just going to die. Which is fine. Go ahead and get the blood tax. 130. Okay. All right, so that means we need to save up again for all of our stuff. It's a shame because I was doing fine with keeping up with the colonies despite how fast they colonize. And that's been sent to shit. Picking up a lot of maritime improvements. A lot of new laws we can form. Masons, wharf, holding. Yeah, all of this stuff is very valuable. But it means no one's investing in our old or new world stuff. Honestly, I maybe should have just played the colonial game normally. I didn't realize that when you keep it yourself, you don't get the towns, and that's so much money we've given up by not forming towns. It means our trade's going to be pretty terrible. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to send it once we get out of this, we're going to send it. We are going to just commit to moving to the colonies, and we're just going to see what happens. And see if the old fleet of the colonies is a viable strat, or if it's us wasting our time here. I also can see if we can keep Norway under wraps here, or Denmark. Republic of Garter? Oh, you bastard. Okay, call an ally. Call you. Call you. Just go and deal with it. Please and thank you. Alright, so this one's done. We take their money. Thank you, please. And I hope the other one goes fine, too. Who all revolted? It's a small chunk of this. Wish that didn't take me all the way back to the homeland every time we declared the war. But it is what it is. Remember the burgers or anything else. Promote state religion seems great for us right now. We will support free subjects and force that along. You have boats you're sending. You do have boats you're sending. Exploration is going off in the background. Nice. I'm gonna need a boat. Give me a boat. We have no levies. New supports. You can't get there. 823 troops. Thank you, Shredden. Go make our day. 70 ducats a month. Our trade income's gone quite high. I'm going to make sure that I still have the ability to build some stuff. Yeah, let's make sure these guys get built. Worth the investment, I believe. All right, I think it's time for us to go to the colonies. So what I'm going to commit to it. We're going to do it. We're just going to see what happens. To move our capital to Chesapeake. 1,800 ducats. Quite terrible. It's a cost we must pay. Take all the money, humiliate you. Oh, you can humiliate, I don't care. We got 3 of those ducats. Fine. All right, time to wait and save up some money here. We make a lot from our trade. That's why I'm not too concerned. I think our trade income's going to work out in our favor here. How has the Reformation gone? If we look at our religion here. Still a little ways to go. How is our country's mix up here? A lot of Catholicism still. That's what I want to avoid, is having the negatives here. Getting close to religious aspect. Cost 50. We're at 36. It's growing ever so slowly. And we want to give these guys tolerance to the true faith and centralization. Okay. Bonus clergy here for only 10% doesn't sound terrible. We just kind of hold off, I guess. This doesn't sound too bad. If we maintain, then we can get our cabinet members cheaper. But yeah, we hold off. You don't give us too much. Not enough to make it worth the time. Keep the subject, and we're going to just save up. I'll bring you guys back and move the capital. We'll see what happens. It might be a terrible idea, but I want to try it, and so we're going to learn via doing. And see if being in the colonies is fun. So we shall see. We'll see if we can roll up the money, focus all over on the old world, let Denmark play their new world stuff. They'll probably make more money from it than we will. We just need to keep them on our side, which should be possible considering we have some friends over here. The only thing I'm wondering is if it's possible to get more friendship. Right? Well, I could ask for money. Forgot that was an option. We're going to try to make friends with you. Opinion's been approved. If I were to profess trust with you. Reputation's quite good. We're going to do it one more time. Love to have some good English friends here. Here is the trust. 6 reasons. Opinion, we can probably get 6 more. Okay. I think this conversion guy is pretty much done here. Let's get you with Diplo rep. Let's invest a little bit in Diplo spending, just briefly. I want to make sure you're topped off on all of this. Dude fell down the stairs. That's a terrible way to go. 36-year-old guy. Seems pretty skilled. It's not far off. I offer military access. Here you go, plus 10. Now, one reasons. We lost 2 reasons because of a no professed trust. Keep the subject. See if we don't get it next month. Professed trust here. As long as that stays, we can pick you up next month. All right, it stays. Oh, you bastard. It did not stay. Okay, well, let us go instead and offer you fleet basing. You'll be maxed out. There's the alliance. New admiral. Take that alliance. And there we go. There's the inside tracks. We want to get money from them. Is why we're doing this. They're going to help fund a lot of our stuff here. Ask for money from them gets us 500. Ask for money from you. I think it caps it, actually. So we now have people that can give us money. If they like us, I think we will not do it with the Swedes, because the Swedes give us... are not yet our super good friends. We want to make them kindred. Similar to what we did with the Danish. Don't have to, but we could if we wanted to. So we'll think on that. Trade offices are all still going. There's some exploration things that are stalled due to a lack of available goods. The Exodus. Let's try to get humanism here. Let's go for that. Trade expansion in Lubeck. Trade advantage in Nantucket. Go for Lubeck. There's no trade in Nantucket. We should have control over that. Where did my money go? Where did my money go? Oh, did you invest all of it into exploration? You probably did, you bastard. I definitely did that to me. They just... Oh, jerk. Sort by who is the lowest percent. Get South Farthing, please. I needed that. I changed how much you save. I want to save up some money before you do that. No, you just do it automatically. Okay. What are you exploring? You're exploring Alabama. Exploration to Bermuda and Watanosoni. So it's still over here. Bermuda's down right there, of course. So that's the thing. So what do we want to do? Foundation of the Republic should probably be on meritocratic rule and trade stuff, right? Free subjects, Republican traditions, state satisfaction. Trade capacity is probably what we're going to found it on. We'll trade it later, but we're going to do trade capacity here. So we are all in on getting the burger strength. But yeah, we'll put a cut in here. We're going to come back. We're going to change our country over to the New World. And we'll see what comes of it, right? Because we don't have a lot of towns. Normally you'd expect to have a lot of towns there. But we do not. So that's going to be a struggle, but we're going to have ways to get that up with the parliaments and other things. So we'll see what goes on once we swap over. And eventually we release Denmark. But now we have friends. We shouldn't be attacked by Poland again. You probably don't want to face the full might of England. So that's good for us. As long as we keep that relationship, we might have a chance here. I just got to get some favors with them somehow. I also need to not be investing in our diplomatic spending anymore. Sean, don't be doing that. Don't need to do that. We have Catholic zealots. That's in our homeland. That's what we're trying to avoid by doing conversions, is making sure we don't collapse during the Reformation. 10 years until the next era starts. We are not ready for it. Global trade probably will invite us to a lot of things. But that should be... We want to convert to that by the time the Age of Reformation really kicks off. And we'll do our trade stuff at a grand scale. If we are making enough money to where whenever we see a trade office, I should always just invest in it. Let's also just do some improved opinions with, like, France and people here. You really don't like the word defending a rival. We have antagonism. We've got some other views, so... How is it shaped out with the whole population thing here? If we look at religion, country. So we have Italy, we have the usual people. Not feeling like it's a strong thing, but the schism should still be going on, right? Are you still going on? How is the papacy? France won. I never got the pop-up for the schism ending. But happy for them, I guess. So, good on you. Anyway, we'll come back when it's time to go across the ocean and visit our colonies here. Probably going to stop the exploration for now, because I don't need that. We got enough stuff to explore and enough stuff to colonize to where I don't think we need to be doing all that shit. So... I'll meet you when it's time for us to go to Roanoke or Chesapeake here with its 1,000 pop. Welcome them in. And probably want them to be their own market, actually. In fact, we're going to do that now. Let's make the Chesapeake market instead of Nantucket. Markets, create one, and we're going to build it. Needs to be a town. Okay, could do it down here, but we'll just wait. We'll just wait. Anyways, we'll come back once it's the time to come across to Chesapeake. So, see you then. All right, it is 1537. We have not yet converted our capital. We're saving up the money to it. We've grown our income here to be a surprising 89, which is important too, because we need our income in order to force our growth to be pretty high. So let's see where we want to go for our third age, the Age of Reformation. Road cost might actually be the deciding factor here. We're going to need to build some roads in the New World if we want some value out of this area. Monthly prestige, tax efficiency, minting, trade, heathens, cultures, and heretical beliefs. Not too amazing. Tax efficiency, efficiency of cabinet, diplomats, trade maintenance, market attraction, trade capacity, colonial migration, colonial maintenance. Probably diplomatic focus. I can just tell you right now that's probably going to be what we want to do. Defensive mentality gives you fort defense, cultures, consumption. This is all about, like, siege and attrition and garrison things. Yeah, okay. Diplomatic it is. Diplomatic we go. For our techs, we are a ways away. We're just now getting into what is the glut of the printing press ones. Who is going to spawn? No one can spawn that one. A lot of people can spawn this one. We are not in that list. But global trade will spawn. Artillery can also spawn in certain places. What do these unlock? Trade maintenance at the top. Trade maintenance there as well. Basically free trade is what we get towards here. More chartered companies and trade companies and things. Customs houses, counting houses, fine cloth workshops. Very valuable things. And for this, I'm going to want to have basically exported myself to the New World. So what do we need? There is global trade in Napoli to go with that. So what we need is money. I saved up 2,000 and then I spent 2,000. Building what you will see here is all of our trade in France. I've gotten access to France, and I thought, if we have access to this market, we might as well build it up since it's going to produce value for us. And it is so far, hopefully, doing that. Let's see. Let's watch this tick over and check here. Our religious disaster is on the way, by the way, because we have not enough stability. Should have known. Should have invested in that. In fact, we're going to try to avoid this. 80% religious unity, spiritualist versus humanist. Clergy state is less than 20% of state power. We are not playing France. And not over the Council of Trent. Close, but not yet. I don't want to be in that disaster. That disaster sucks. How do we avoid it? Our unity's at 50%. I can't get it higher than that. 80% is not reachable. Yeah, we were waiting for that Age of Reformation. 5%, we're going to have to just eat the thing, I think. Unless I get my stab up in some way. I could assign my guys to like, improving it, but I think we just take the hit. We've done a lot for converting. How is our over here in New World here? Like if I come over here and then ditch my space, you know? Hmm. I mean, we've converted a fair bit of stuff. It's more so just the stuff that remains is hard to convert, you know? We're working on it. Our population is half Lutheran. I feel like everyone's going to really face this, so maybe it's not too terrible. I do still want to pay our stability cost, though. So let's see. We are projected to get 56 ducats. Does that hold true? It did hold true, I think. It's still calculating. We want to keep working towards humanism here. I know I pissed off the pastors quite a bit here. Speaking of our religion here, we did do crown power and control, crown the head of faith, as our interaction there, because we wanted the crown power. We need it. It's pushed us up to 20% control, another 2.5% of our trade income earned. Considering our trade income is 87, like the amount of money we can earn here can cover our expenses if we work things out pretty well. So we should go for that. I should have been investing in stability beforehand. I knew this was coming. I just didn't realize what the cutoff was. I thought maybe a Republican tradition would have an effect. 5% chance. So what do we need? We need... Yeah, it's stab. Okay, we're going to have to invest in stab anyway, so might as well hold on to it. Moving capital into Chesapeake, 2,300 ducats. Colonist rush, colonial enthusiasm. That means our colonies are going to grow even faster. In fact, one of the colonies finished and I didn't replace it. Diplomatic hegemon that is France. There's another one we have to do. So let's make sure we have these colonies established. So I'm doing it just out from what will be our capital. And I want to make sure we are also doing it over here. Which one to go down the coast then? There are 2 colonies. Set them up. Keep 5 running at all times. Explorations. Do I want to turn these off? We're probably spending more money right now. What are we exploring that we need? Let's hold off on the exploration. Mississippi, West Virginia, South Carolina. That's, you know, South Carolina. West Virginia's like right up here. Here's New York. Here's natives we could oppress. Luxembourg has their war. Do we have enough favors to get money from one of you? We don't. We're building them up slowly. It's going to take us some time. If somehow we can avoid that 5% chance for half a month, we need 24 months. Our stab will go up more if I can maybe get lucky with some events here. Council of Trent's its holding. Prestige or lose prestige for 500 ducats? Yeah, we'll lose the prestige. England has asked us from... Decline, England. You can be mad at me, that's fine. I want you to give us... So I bet you the money scales off of how much money they make. And here is our uprising. So we've lost the stability. We got to go to humanist. Keep the colonies coming. We're gonna have to just play that out and deal with that. So it's a shame. I could have avoided if I was smarter. I made a mistake by not improving our stability. But what else is new? Anyhow, we know what we need to do. We need to colonize. We need to get our stuff over here. We need to get our colony sent over. So it's all about saving up money. But I don't want to lose colonial time. So we're going to keep investing in those. So I'll let some time pass. And I'll bring you guys back once it's time to move ourselves over to the new world here. To get out of this, by the way, we're going to do a push for humanist and a support of a conservation, a conversion efforts. It's going to cost us some legitimacy. We need to get our unity to 90% or have a lot of favor towards humanist. 60%, I believe, which is what we've been going towards anyway. Artillery spawned in Puri. Okay. And our value right now towards humanist is 23. So it's going to take some time. We're doing our conversions here just to cover our bases, but we're going to work on it. And hopefully avoid some of these insurgents and things. We'll fight them out if they do come. But that's what I'm going to work on, and I'll bring you guys back once we can actually make some progress forward. So, see you then. All right, I believe it's time for us to move to the colonies. We can accept some money from Scotland, putting us right around 300,000. Or not 3,000, 3K. If we want to move to Chesapeake, it's going to require another 60 ducats here. Come on. The cost has been going up, so I want to get it out. We started around 2,000, and because our states are... Who is... Oh, it's because I... Oh, I see. I turned on building automation, and I told them to save money. I was wondering where my money was going. Let's turn off that building automation, and we're going to cancel that. Yeah, I like the counting houses, but we don't need any of this stuff right now. Okay, keep my money here. Move our stuff to Chesapeake. We want to build from here. Chesapeake we go. Spend a lot of money to get that done. Get our conversions back up. There's a lot of very skilled natives here in the New World, which is nice for us. This is going to kick off a lot. The question is going to become, can we support our area here? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep Lund up until... just also make sure this is on. It is on. Good. Gold is a sign of nobility for sure. Once it's converted here, we're going to want to spam some buildings here in our new region. In fact, we also want to probably have someone focus on getting people here. I believe it's either diplomatic or it's admin. You are a really good admin. You're 91 admin. Sounds like you're going to be our tour guide in Chesapeake here. Make sure I can't seem to click it here. Chesapeake. Get some people here. Let's get this place up. We're going to push this place maybe all the way to a city, I would think. Okay, what I do want to do is maybe... Let's not do manual colonies here. Let's make sure we're doing our own stuff. I want to see how our trade income's going to suffer here. We're going to lose a lot of our taxable stuff. But I think trade will mostly stay the same, and that's where our money comes from. My question to myself is, am I going to release Denmark as a subject here? We can. There's a lot of... what do you mean there's stuff available here? Let's pause and see it. There shouldn't be any extraterritorial subjects available, I don't think. If I do... Ireland, none. Okay. So it would be historical. We want to release Schleswig-Holstein or just Denmark as a whole and give them this stuff. Well, we can make him our culture. But we're going to wait till we get everything settled here. And I want to start getting our estates to advance here. Once we lose control right now, because our control will tick up. You know, we'll have our change. Once the capital's moved, our control is going to tick down because we're going to lose a lot of this. So I want to equalize before we see anything change here. In Chesapeake, of course, we're going to make this into our town. So here we go. First market in flight. All right, screw it. We're going to do our... Well, the whole reason I'm doing this is because I want the cost of colonies to go down, right? What is the 200 cost determined by? I want to see if the cost of colonies goes down once our capital's here. Because normally when you're not that far off, you can get these colonies for cheaper. By the way, Treaty of Tordesillas event, or whatever you want to call it, is still going on. Scotland against the Pope, I believe, is how it's shaking out. Also, I got to remember, in this market, I forced them to do a trade here that they didn't actually need. All right, Chesapeake is now our capital. We'll see how this is going to work out. So these colonies still 200. Give it a month. Same region seems... Oh, monthly maintenance has gone down, but the cost is a lot. Okay, so we're going to just take it from Zealand and other places, and we're just going to go ahead and just automate our... Now I think we can let the colonies just kind of do their thing. Automate them both, let them run. Let's see what you're colonizing. Let's see what they default to colonizing. So Chesapeake's our capital. We're only going to want to build things here that are going to make us some money. Need to get you up to being a town. While this is going on, we probably want to do some road building, actually. I think that's the smartest thing. Sort by cost. Build a bunch of roads, invest our money into that while we let the population grow. We don't want to build too much in Chesapeake itself, unless we're building the sand stuff. The sand's not really valuable. We just want to get the access. In fact, that might have even been a bad idea. Probably was. Probably could have gotten better money from that. Printing's gone down. We're going to need to make this its own area. Building the roads will help our market access a little bit. Who are we doing for our stuff? So one's over here, one's Wakamik. Keep the point. Still make good money because the money is coming from trade. Exploration of Greenland. No construction goods in some markets. Our conversion needs a guy. He's actually very good at everything you assign to him. How is our push for humanist again? Our values towards humanism. We are at 53. To get out of this, you need what? 60. And a loyal clergy. Or clergy with 20% power. Need to get this to 5K. We're hoping to grow it. And the question here is what's coming to the land we left. So these guys are going to start ticking down in control. Once we get down to our limit of control, what we're going to probably do is release the subject and let them manage it themselves. We also want to see what's now going with our estates. Are our estates going to prioritize the New World or the Old World? That's the big question here. I see Alborg and some Old World stuff. We need the stability investment. Money's going to go down each day. We don't want to pay for the respirator. That. Just take the hit. Here come the pastors. What if I just stop converting and instead just encourage everyone to come over here? Where are the colonial charters coming from, by the way? Distance from Chesapeake is 10.02, okay. How many are you going to run? So I don't want to go under 100. That's where I'm kind of going to theoretically draw the line here. Pastors are largely pissed. How much do I need to bribe you? Look at estates here. Not a lot. One of the charters are helping. And you are smart enough to actually do our neighboring lands. We're going to have a lot of land brought into us. Stab's really useful, but I think we want money here. Get you to a town. Once you're a town, we can build all of our unique things. And we go from there. And the next like 100 years for us are just going to be focused on building up our colonies and establishing ourselves as a colonial power, like a true colonial power. Let's look around the world for a little bit. So we have enough favors with you to get money from you, but we need to become worthy of your money, as in enough time. 50-52 is the next moment. We have the Eighthling. We can probably do some urbanization stuff. We're going to go hardcore on that. Make Keflavik a town. I don't like these places that we're getting the targeted for, though. We'll do it because it will help us. Less than levy obligations, fine. Also don't want pirate havens here. All of that works. Could change some laws. I looked at these and I don't think I want to change any of them right now. Ratification treaties and things are still going on. So how many colonies have we equalized on? They are doing 5 on natural. And it is all the ones that border us. What I want to do is I want to come through the regions here in the New World that have high pop. And I want to see where we can make some towns. All right, like there's some 10K places there. I see there's a 5K right here. We're going to make you a town. You know, anywhere that we see there's a conglomeration of people, we want to start making some towns, or at least inviting people to make some towns. This is a good town right here. And building the towns will invite the people to make their own things. Lose support in the Eighthling, lose pasture satisfaction, pop conversion speed's all good. Although there's an argument to be made that I should just save my money to invest. Like we're going to force Chesapeake to town status when it crosses 500 for sure. Really need a reformation. We just don't have the money to give you. Alberg. Okay, here we go. We're finally getting some gravel roads and things built. Questions of when our control drops here. We still have high control, which is why I'm not counteracting it, right? Once we hit that value is when we need to start being worried. Each month we're going to grow by 118. Absenteeum, we take the money. All right, 89% conversion rate is fine here. Lubeck needs some. Integrated with our capital here now, we actually just get the land for ourselves, I guess. That's how that's going to work. Which is nice. Chesapeake. Just want to click this button here. We have one rival, Poland. Let's do Hanover too. Let's make sure we keep our prestige coming up. And where we need to go and build our overseas trading posts. I want to do the sort by number trade offices. 4 there, 1 there, and then France doesn't like us enough to make us go up. Need more opinion. How's our tax base? 112. We're going to drop off a ton once we cede Denmark. Mainly we just want to have enough military built up that we can not die when that happens. Or not lose them. That should be the case because we have friends. Friends who don't actually want to give us much money, sadly. Yeah, the base has gone down because we moved our capital. Missed the days, and that was based off of their money. Sort by just ability here. Give me someone who's relatively young. Give me that 33-year-old guy. And come on, hit that mark that we're looking for. How's our culture looking right now? still very much Danish, and they very much like us. Pulsation. 4 is gained. As we just kind of spread. We're just going to kind of ooze our way out here, it seems. Dough egg's now integrated. That's the right around where Washington, D.C. is. There's our core. What's our thing here? Only 7%? You didn't get anybody? $70 ducats from Lubeck, where we control 44 from Edinburgh. Republican is at 19. You're now losing some. Do I need to build something for you? Well, let's just upgrade the sand guy for 1 level. We can employ some of you. Just in time for me to get the fucking building cost thing. Does that actually make this cheaper? Or does that only count for raw material expansion? I bet you it doesn't count, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Definitely won't change the found town cost. Here comes the town. As soon as we can do it. Cores are going to keep rolling in. We're exploring Nunavik up in here. Western James Bay. It's probably like up here. Yeah. Northwest Passage and all that jazz. Yeah. Polish against Bishop of Kamen, not us. So we don't care. At least want to get our starting town set up, and then we can just lock in on what we want to get here. Shenandoah, Chesapeake will become a town for 300. We're going to make it its own market. We're going to have the Chesapeake, the Nantucket, and then the thing up here. Are we violating the treaty? Dunbar or whatever? Or are you pissed at us because of that? No, you're just kind of mad. Make sure we improve with some of these guys since we don't have definitely don't want to lose our friends. Should be fine. Income steadily going down. It's not trade income, it's our taxes from the lands over there that we now have lost a lot of control over. They're still, our estates are still building there, which is a little bit of a concern here. Humanist trend. We need to be at least 60 humanists for us to get out of here. Pastors and surgeons are going to be a pain. I check my religion by location. We do have a lot of uncored stuff here. I don't think we need to encourage migration just right now. Let's do more of the conversion efforts. Anywhere we have low, and especially places that have low and it's our colony, like in the right area, are going to need to be prioritized. Once Chesapeake's built, we'll build them a market. Prestige in Poland loses opinion. Poland's a rival, so that doesn't matter. We can do nothing. We could dissolve monasteries for money, or we could deport people. We'd rather get a religious aspect. We don't care about Latin anymore. Poland exile sounds nice. Money's coming in. You are still very pissed off. We should be able to end it, though, if we get enough stability. 59% towards humanist. Possible. Question is, are we going to get the pastors happy enough? Let's go and bribe the pastors here. I don't want to face a pastor revolt anytime soon here. And that's the one that really concerns me, is the pastors. There we go. You're all happy again. This revolt goes away for the most part. I could end the thing if our pastors get a little bit happier. 60 satisfaction is the limit. I can always bribe them to get that. We just need to get our support for humanist up a tad. Now I'll give the pastor some power too, right? No, they don't get power. Okay. How's our proximity now? I could maybe save us some time if I built some, like, bailiffs and things over here to get us the proximity. Like, nah, we'll just leave it be. I want to give it to someone who will micromanage it better, and I want my people focusing over here. As you can see, we're still getting people focusing not on our areas, which is less than ideal for us. But while this land is still churning out valuable stuff, we don't really want to do it. Their speed of integration, that doesn't matter. We want the urban buildings and trade capacity. Trade capacity in particular will be massive for us. And once this hits its 25 is when we'll swap out. So I have gone way over time. Well, not way over time. We're right at time. But I just want to finish the town and get an idea for what we're looking at here as far as things to build. I want to make the new market. And ideally what I'd want is one more event to pop so we can get out of this damn war. 48 of December. So next year is when we can get out of the disaster for sure. We are going to need stab, which means it won't be out of it. But it'll get us in the right way. Can also soon get an improved opinion. You know what I need to do? I need to make sure we are getting settlements. Wherever we can afford them, we want to build settlements. So that means Nantucket, I want you to have a lot of these. Yeah, still more need to come. Belle Isle also has a few. I'm gonna go and build all of these. This is how we start getting people to move out here. It all begins with settlements. Settlements, fishing villages, then we welcome towns and other things, and it's gonna be a wave of colonialism. And hopefully we can use Denmark to support it here. But we need to just kind of prepare ourselves. All right, there we go. So all of Belle Isle is done. Now it's going to be... There's a new market? Oh, there's some people that are in the old market. We need to go and destroy that. We got Nantucket things. Okay. Town is now done. Chesapeake is its own state. We can now get the Republican Assembly and the House of Parliament. We'll need to get both of those. We also can go and build Counting House. We'll want to do those. Sort by things that don't make us money here. Yeah, I want all of these things. Like a city guard. Actually doesn't give us crown controller like the other one does, so... Less ideal, but still useful. Protected harbor, maybe. Yeah, I need to start building these things. We're going to start, of course, with the nobility ones. We want parliament, and we do want Republican tradition. We'll get them both. In fact, I'm going to step away, and I'll come back in 1550 when we have an update. We'll end the episode, and then we'll start the next episode in that same year. So bring you back at the end of this half century. All right. We are here in 1550. We can go ahead and put a cut in here. Building a House of Parliament. There's probably some goods that we need to build this year. I don't think we have access to the requisite tools and things and whatever, what have you, that we need to build it, which is why it's going to take quite some time. But we're having our first Parliament. We're going to do some conversions here. Trying to avoid a pastor's insurgency uprising here. We're quite close towards getting the humanist stuff done. In fact, this will technically finish it off. We just need to have... Spiritualist versus human. I would think that would meet the conditions. Need our clergy estate to be happier. Might happen. And that's about it. How are our estates doing with buildings? They're building in Malmo, Oslo Verde, and Kungsbacka. Do I give up this land? You get 4 ducats from it. We're going to wait till this ticks down. Which doesn't make sense to do it while we still get more money than we would make from a vassal, so we'll stick with it. We're going to pour our money up into here. I've been spending money on colonizing. I've realized that England is now present in this province here. And we don't want them to take our coastline. So I'm trying to claim all of the coastline I possibly can here. as fast as I can. At least starting up north and coming down south. We just want to make sure we can block them off in their colonial missions here as we still work on converting our locations, right? It's still taking some time, but ever so gradually the conversions are occurring. So that's all nice. Now that we're over here, next episode it's going to be, and probably the next few episodes are going to all be about just building up the economy, right? We want to convert, get some towns, get the pop set up, get some income, increase our trade, and see how viable it is to do the colonization game. Because in EU4, right, you just needed to colonize, and then you got money based off the development. Now you actually need to build up those colonies and take some money. We have some advantages with the fact that we are a merchant republic here, and that will help. But we'll see how it does. Because it might, honestly, it probably would have been a better idea just to make colonial nations objectively. Doubly so considering the fact that whenever you give a land to a colonial subject, they get a town there. But we ain't got that. So we're going to have to work around it and make do with what we have, which we will. We will see. We will see. So our whole goal here is make us the richest nation. Right now, before we convert, we're about, our income could probably be around the Great Yuan Dynasty. We're at 183. I don't know why it doesn't count this. Trade and tax. Is this like net? Because 183 would put us up there, unless it's net income. Net income wouldn't make sense. Kingdom of Wu making that much? That's insane. We want to be a hegemon in some regards. We can probably get naval if we really tried. 91 heavy ships is a lot, but we could maybe force it. Diplomatic hegemon, you need to have reputation. We could have a good amount here. What is our reputation? Plus 10. Why are we not considered for this? Are we not a great power? We need to become a great power. Which means we need to do a nation formation. I didn't check if we could form a country. We can't. We can probably form a kingdom, though, if we get prestige. That's what we need to do, is get the prestige up and get that stuff going on. We're going to have the Greenland Republic and the New World, so... Shame we can't form anything. I thought there'd be like a New World formable. Maybe it's because we're not... we don't accept English culture? I don't know. But it's what it is. We'll roll with it. Anyways, I'm going to call some here. Hope you enjoyed. I've been Sean Blue Screeners, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.